What's up, guys? Brian Dennis here with the A Scene, your premier source for all things entertainment right here in Atlanta. And it's not just movies, it's not just TV shows, it's not just the music scene. It's about Atlanta's booming entrepreneurial scene. And one of those entrepreneurs making waves is Miss Jamia Ramsey, the CEO of Blends Apparel. So, Jamia, welcome to the A Scene.
Thank you so much for having me, Ryan. I really appreciate it.
I am so excited to talk to you because I hear so much about blends and you are just growing. Within a few years, your company is growing and is starting to get a lot of attention, more recently from the likes of NPR.
Yes, definitely. We initially launched March 2018, but it's something that I've been working on since 2017. And so just last year, we were featured on the How I Built This show as a part of the How You Built That, where they feature smaller entrepreneurs who are doing something to impact the world. So yeah, we definitely enjoyed that experience, being on NPR and being on the How I Built This podcast.
That is so exciting. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the world of dance, it needs a lot of work especially for people of color. And this is the reason why you decided to create this product, because you are a dancer and you have experienced firsthand kind of like the discrimination that dancers face in terms of not just the profession, but also how they dress on stage.
Yeah, definitely. So that was one of the reasons I created Blends, just because of the things that I experienced as a dancer as well. I started dancing when I was 2 years old. My mom put me in it, and we started with the pink tights and pink ballet shoes, and everything. Life was great, Happy to start, happy to be a dancer. Didn't know anything different, and it wasn't until I went to Dance Theater of Harlem when I was about 10 to 11 years old that I actually experienced dancers wearing their own flesh tone, their own individual colors. And so that was very inspiring and motivating, just to see everyone celebrating their own uniqueness. The artistic director there wanted each dancer to be represented, to have dancewear in their own skin tone. A lot of people don't know that dancewear is made to match your complexion, to elongate the line of the dancer. And so when a dancer does not wear dancewear and shoes that match their skin tone, it actually cuts their lines off and make them look even shorter, or, it just doesn't match. It's not a good look. And so going through the process of actually trying to match our tights and shoes to our skin tone, we would have to use makeup, dye, or spray paint to get the same result as a pink tight that came manufactured, pink or tan tights that came manufactured in those colors, which are actually made to match fair or European skin tones. So there's a huge need in the market, and I spent my career spraying my shoes and using makeup and, the dye and all of those things, or not having it at all and just not matching. And then I went to school for dance, came back, started my own nonprofit here, and I had to teach my parents how to do the same thing. And not only is it time consuming, it's money consuming. So that $20 pair of ballet shoes now just cost you $30. So it's much bigger than, what's on the surface. And a lot of dancers, just with inclusivity and, diversity in dance is very limited. And so if dancers don't even have the proper dance wear, you don't feel included. You don't feel like this is for you. So we're trying to break those barriers with Blends by providing inclusive dance wear for dancers of all skin tones.
Wow. What I love about this is when I look at your social media, I see the difference. It's really remarkable because we're seeing young dancers of color, try on the blends and matching their shades for the very first time. And they don't have to enter a world where they don't see themselves. Now, as someone that has experienced that and has created the product, what does that feel like for you?
It's just a great feeling to hear so many dancers love the product and love how it makes it feel. Not only is it comfortable and high quality, it gives them the confidence they need to go to the next level and to feel confident on stage and in the studio. So just having that representation and having the ability to foresee yourself on stage in a principal role is so important. There are a very limited number of dancers of color who make it to, dance companies and who are principal and soloist dancers. So, I believe that breaking the industry with the dance and allowing people to see all those different beautiful shades on stage together, that more people will be open to diversity. Dance is a very traditional and uniform industry and discipline. And so we have to break those barriers and make sure that dancers of all colors feel welcome.
Now, we see a lot of people pursuing entrepreneurship now. And I want to know, how did your discipline as a dancer prepare you for the discipline of being an entrepreneur? Because I know it's not easy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's definitely not easy. It's truly a journey. And it's something that you have to, be built for. It's not for the weak or faint hearted. You have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Some days you just want to quit, but how can you quit when you're the CEO? Hear parents and other dancers and, tell me how the product makes them feel and how glad they are that finally something is made for them. So that definitely keeps me going. And, the discipline of dance, with it being, about hard work and consistency and persistence, all of those things fall into play when running your own business and creating your own business, because nothing's going to go right,
Mm-hmm.
And does go right is great, but you're always going to have those hiccups along the way. Nothing is perfect, and it's a new day every day. So you have to attack it head on and just keep going and keep building that muscle memory.
Now, you're not just making waves for the dance community, but you're also making waves as an entrepreneur in Atlanta. You were recently recognized as an entrepreneur by the city of Atlanta. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I was selected to be a part of the Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative, which is an incubator cohort in which we are with 14 other entrepreneur females here in the Atlanta area, and we receive mentorship, network connections. They help us take our business to the next level. So it's really great, and it's just great to fraternize with other people who are going through the same things as you as an entrepreneur, and to be able to have that motivation and someone to talk to and throw ideas off of, and just different needs. So it's really been a wonderful experience. We haven't moved in yet because of COVID, but we actually have a co-working space at the Flatiron building downtown. So we're so excited. We can't wait to get in there and get out of our houses.
That is so exciting. Now, I want to know, because you started out as a dancer at a very young age, and now you're at peak dance, like owning your own brand, what advice would you give to yourself about tackling this entire experience?
I'd just say, consistency and perseverance are just the two factors that are going to get you through. Long as you stay steadfast in your journey, don't give up. Something's going to stick. Just keep throwing it against the wall. So, I think the more that you put into it, the more you get out of it.
Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I appreciate it. I can't wait to put this video on our story on 11live.com.
All right. Thank you for having me, Ryan.